Good morning. Good morning. Today is January 25th. Temperature, I think, up in the 50s. That's a heat wave. I'm going to give you an update on a friend of mine. I watch a lot of his videos. It's for public safety. He does stuff on corruption. And Meade County had a warrant on him. His girlfriend came on live last night while I was live streaming. And since Clark County is so close to Louisville, you can waive your hearing on expedition to Meade County. Meade County, Kentucky is the crookedest place in Kentucky. Remember the hood people, racist people. You need to go for public safety's YouTube channel. I want to thank Rogue, R-O-G-U-E. He has a YouTube channel. But YouTube kind of put him on probation. I don't know what for. So, I'm let you know about for public safety. He does corruption. He done some on Clark County about the crooked sheriff we had, or ex-sheriff now, but I just want to make you all informed in case, he does good on corruption. But Meade County, Kentucky is an asshole county. Maybe they come after me. So, if you like corruption, stuff like that, you need to look at his YouTube videos. And that's how come, some of you have donated. I just watched the video just now with his girlfriend, I'm doing okay. I haven't took my medicine this morning since today's Thursday. I got a few more subscribers. I want to thank you. Don't complain about somebody's YouTube if they look like a poo-poo bear or whatever. This is, like I said last night for about 3 hours, this is my life story. I got family that lives over in the UK. I got nieces over there. And this is, in case any of my grandkids, great-grandkids, and so on, they are finding about their grandpa's side of the family. What's wrong with them? Since their mother is dead, at least Patty is, and so is Kelly. They need to know the family history. And if you got YouTube channel or anything like that, put something about your family history where maybe future grandkids or, where they can come back and learn about you and all your medical problems. Family members need to do it. This, story about my life from city to country. And I talk about diabetes. Diabetes is nothing to mess with. And I throw Pepsi Zero sugar. I'm not getting paid by them. It'd be nice, maybe $50 a month. That way I could do more live streaming in my automobile and show you more parts about Scott County. When it comes summertime, when the sale barn open up, I show you the things they have at sale barn on Saturdays. Some of them gets up at 5 a.m. and by 11 o'clock they're packing up. And you got some Amish people that shows up. Some shows up in the horse and buggy with the wife and kids. Sometimes I like the way they live. No electricity, no telephones, no TV, no radios. They homeschool their kids. I think they should get a little bit more education, but that's their religion. Any of my subscribers, or if you're on Twitch or YouTube, go to public safety. And you see, they arrested him, I guess, yesterday. I guess maybe Clark County. Meade County, Kentucky is a corrupt county. You got those, I hate to say it, hillbillies. And the KKK. Ku Klux Klan. I'm glad I was raised in Charlestown, Indiana, growing up. I know African American people had it rough back in the 60s and 70s. They had their own bathroom. They had their own drinking fountain. They had their own table to eat at. But at Charlestown, Indiana, elementary, junior high, and high school, we all sit at the same table. We drank out of the same water fountain. We had the same bathroom. We took gym class. We took PE together. We took showers together. And it's the same as the girls back in PE class. I'm glad I was raised in Charlestown. I'm not racist. That's one thing God helped me out with growing up as a kid. There's other places they was racist. Like Salesburg, Indiana, and Scottsburg. Back in my younger days, if you was black, you had to be out of town by dark. That's the truth. But I'm glad I was raised in Charlestown. I've told you I've dated a few African-American girls. One from Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, out there close to Churchill Downs, the Gonquin Parkway. She was nice. She took me over to meet her mom and brother. I've told you this story. Her mom pulled me over the side and said, thank me for being so nice to her daughter. But her mom's boyfriend, he was black. He was racist. It's time to stop all this racial bull stuff. God created us equal. I bet if you done a DNA, Mexican, black people and all that, you find out you got some white blood in you. Blood is still red, no matter what color you are or what religion you are. We all got the same blood. If you really get down to it and run a DNA, you're going to find out you might have some white blood in you. Like me, I got Cherokee blood. My mom and grandma was full-blooded Cherokee. You know, I'm trying, my life story. Sometimes I'm not make any sense. But I'm 70 plus years old on a fixed income between $800 and $900. And like my road is supposed to be private. That's what it says on the paperwork. But I got paperwork saying it's a public road. Had a tree trimming service that came out for RMC. They want permission to come on my road to trim trees. I said, if they cut this blankety blank tree there it's in 15 feet, and when I talked to RMC in Salisbury, Indiana, he said, we got so much money in there to trim. Like I told this tree trimming people, I seen you all trim within 20 to 25 feet of the power line. I said, this is in with 15 feet of the power line. I guess I could put my shoes on and go outside since that's a pretty day. Oh. So, I can do that. I'll probably have to put my jacket on. I'm too old to get sick, with my health problems. Going out without my t-shirt on, or a shirt on, or a jacket on, I can get sick. If you're in the high-risk category like I am, you gotta be careful. So I had to unplug my phone. I'm gonna show you this tree. So I got my hand over the lens. So I'm gonna put my phone down for a minute. I got to take some stuff out, so I'm going to put this cell phone down. Like I said, my living room's a mess. I got to work on it since that's a pretty day. But here's something. I'm going to turn my cell phone around. See, there's an ice box. I can't do it by myself. I got a little dolly out there to do it. So here's my outside baby. There's Panther. There's Fluffy. She looks like her grandma. There's Panther. I think this one here is Tiger. I don't know. I got so many outside cats. But, when it gets warm, I got to clean this porch up. Especially, down here. And down in this hole right there, there's space. That's where Pretty Girl, the gray one, that still haven't brought her babies back. I've talked to Mama Blackie. See, there's Mama Blackie. Mama Blackie, can you tell Pretty Girl to bring her babies back? There's, the Ponderosa. There's Gina. there's Gina there. So there's my old chicken coop. There's the west side towards 65. There's my shed. You know, but let me show you that tree. Uh-oh, I almost went sideways and fell on my side. You know, this is part of my house out in the country. There is what leaf filter finally done right. But, you know, they got different type of filters you can put up there. Leaf filter's a little cheap, but I've seen some. But here's this tree. See, it's a damn rotten tree. You know, I'm going to show you over right here. You see how rotten that is? And you see the power lines. You see the cable lines. There's a pole. See, that's a pole. And, see, that's, you know, like I said, the wind comes out of the west. And if it falls, it's going to break both poles. And some of you probably work for an electric company. Wouldn't that be cheaper to cut this tree down where it wouldn't fall and break both poles and damage the transformer? You know, what would be cheaper? How many crews you have to come out here? Probably 3 trucks, new poles, new wire. It would cost way over $3,000, you know. I'm just estimating it. Here's my creek. You know, there's a cubby hole there where groundhogs go. That's one of them. And you hear me talk about a Kubota tractor. You know, the closest dealer to me is Salzburg, Jacoby Sales, there on Highway 60. I can use that. Whoa! You know, I can clean this creek out. There's a tree limb. But like I said, look at that tree. It'll fall and break the line. If it falls with this line is like, you know, well, if you follow this line, if it falls, it'll take it off of my house. And since I got homeowner's insurance, look at that cat. Gina, come on, baby, you're gonna fall and get wet. See, I can't go nowhere. And you know, that right there needs to be cleaned out. You know, I want to make it deeper where the water stays in there more. There's a drain pipe, I guess, for underneath my house, I guess. There's another one. See, I could sit, excuse me. Tiger, where you going? See, I can clean this out. Back before they had 65, you know, this is all nice in here. You know, but you know, if you live close to the expressway, they're gonna put a creek in or something like that. I gotta watch out because I could walk in the water, but if it rains like cats and dogs, see that little concrete block thing there? I guess maybe that's a clean out, because right in here is my ladder lines. Cause about springtime, this would be nice and clean. You see that tractor tar? That's where the top of my septic tank is. This is the back of my house. You see that smokestack there? And you know, the roof is way over 7 years old, probably 10 or 12. What I like to do, you know, if God will let me, hi Midnight! See, there's Midnight across the creek. I say this little thing right there may be a clean out. I'm not sure. And over there, there's the trees I've talked about. You know, I often give it away, but as I've told you, that they want me to cut it up, they want me to split it, they want me to haul it to them. You know, I can't do that. You know, that's real nice. But when you live on a fixed income, no, that slab ain't big enough. No. I'm going to get a tape measure, come out here and see how long. And I thought it was 6 by 6. That's not really big enough. There's a trailer that somebody gave me. There's my metal shed, which I'll probably be taking that down this summer. See, there's this tree I'm talking about. Look how big this SOB is. You know, I got this brush all to clean up. There's the back 40 back there. Whoa. Oh, I gotta get some dirt and fill that little hole in right there. Cause I don't need to be out walking around. See, years ago, I had a strong windstorm. You see that? See if I can get that in there, if I can find it. See, it used to be a good Christmas tree. If that wasn't for that tree, my shed wouldn't be there. You know, you know, see, that's how big this tree is. You know, that's the west side, which I don't own. There's my little burning pile. I gotta bring some more stuff out and burn it. You know, I show you my little garden. Well, that's how come if I had a Kubota tractor with a bucket and a backhoe, and also on the bucket in front have what they call a disconnect. Back, if I can figure out, back there that's where the pond is. See, I can't go nowhere without my kiddos following me. So, you know, see, I'm going to show you this pipe that goes across the yard to the back 40. It looks like it's getting foggy out there. See, there's a pipe. See, there's this pipe right there. And if you follow this creek, it goes over towards 65. You know, to me, the state of Indiana is responsible for this shit. Excuse my French. And, you know, I like to have this part, but I would have it all cleared out, more dirt. Will you all quit following me? See, that's why I can't walk to the mailbox. You know, since you live out in the country, but everything goes mostly to my post office box. Anything important, lawyers, bills, anything like that. Back in that clearing spot, maybe the 50s, 60s, there used to be a house back there. But like I say, right in here, it floods when it rains cats and dogs. I try to, you know, but I can't find anybody to come and give me some dirt. You know, this all here needs to be raised up. And next to the house, it needs to be slanted. It needs to be around that, what is it? That tractor tire. That's where the top of my septic tank is. And I've been throwing, see, it's low right in here. Here's some of the cats that's, you know, stuff here. See, it turns into like sawdust since that horse pellets for bed, you know, I guess horses sleeps on. That's one I use for cat litter. You know, I put a little dirt there, but I need truckloads of dirt to fill that up. There's my junk pile. Since I don't have a pickup truck to take it to the recycle place, but that's where I'm going to put my old ice box, but I just can't do it. So there's a tree right there. The wind blew that over, and Clark County had to come up, cut that up, but left it. Behind there, you see that fresh dirt where the groundhog dig it up. And there's a ditch line through there. The county should clean that ditch out, or maybe the state of Indiana. It takes water from I-65. I know your people smarter than I am. So, this road here, it's gravel. You know, but it's supposed to be blacktop. You know, they told me when they put that new drain pipe in, they would come out a year later, give it time for that gravel to really get packed in. You know, this is outside of my house. I think maybe it's about 600 square feet. I gotta get me some more green paint. I guess I have to sand it down, prime it or something. See, there is a place for the kitty cats to go in. There's that dog house with a blanket and straw in it. See, there's my picture window. I think it'd have been better if it had a bay window. You know, that way it'd be out a little bit. See, there's that tree. So, here's my Toyota. See that damage right there? That happened August the 24th of 2022. Pretty girl, where's your babies? Go get your babies. That's not bad. Now, if you look, it has Ford rims. I bet you didn't know you could put Ford rims on a Toyota. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Excuse. Oh, there it is. Boy, if there's a snake, it'll bit me. See, there's my little truck. I might have to check the air, but man, when you at a certain, that seems okay. There, I guess that's maybe John Wayne. There is my heat pump, air conditioner. You know, there's a tree I like to have trim up. That's not really important. But that tree I showed you, RMC, they're they're dumb as crap. Here's my son's Jeep. He might sell it, but when UPS showed up, he asked me, is that for sale? I said, I talked to my son. I said, it needs an alternator because it's locked up. When it locked up, it broke the belt. It needs a new battery. Probably a thermostat or a heater core. When it's below 50, you freeze your butt off in it. And there's my chicken coop. What are you doing up there, Gina? So that's something, to look at. Hi, LB. I fed them this morning. They ain't getting no more until supper time. There's Mama Blackie. You see the difference between her and Fluffy? That's Fluffy. That's her grandbaby. All these baby cats out here is her grandbaby. Those kids being in there terrible too. You can tell it gets warm, they're kind of playing. So, come on, Mama. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi, Mama. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Yes, you are. You're a good mama and a good grandma. Hey, you tell your daughter, pretty girl, to bring your grandbabies back. I'm mad at her. She's not like you. She won't listen. But you understand me about taking your babies back home. So I'm going to turn it back around. I got to be careful. I got to do some cleaning up, but man, you can only do so much crap. I didn't know YouTube would put you on probation. I was watching for public safety. You need to go to their YouTube. He doesn't deal in corruption. They arrested the guy that owns the YouTube channel. His girlfriend was on there, said he got arrested yesterday from a warrant out of Meade County, Kentucky. So, I know I don't have my shirt on, which, it's your right to fuss. Or maybe you just jealous because I got more hair on my chest than you do. I don't know. I wish I didn't have. So, I got 7 degrees in the house. If you can look, I got it sitting on 70. That's where I keep it. So, here's my little, if I can get it in there. See my little Vicks humidifier? I got some of that lavender in it. Get down. Get down. Down. Come on, get down. I said, get down. Get down. Come on, socks. Come on, get out. You keep falling out. No, bad boy. I hate getting on him since he's over 12 years old. Signal 137, signal 37. I'm going to show you this scanner. It's a high-price scanner. See, there it is. Indiana operates on Indiana Project Heater Safety Fee. 17 District 221043. That's Floyd County, Indiana. About 25 miles away.
I have the owner's name.
So,
in Elevate, however,
if you see, the frequency is 851.9625 megahertz. Which back when 9/11, let me turn it on. When 9/11 happened, you had your police, fire, FBI, Homeland Security. They all was on different frequencies, different radios. So Homeland, otherwise the federal government says all police department, fire department, ambulance has to go to the P25 800 megahertz digital radios. They gave them so long to do that. And, I showed you when I went to Salzburg. Came through Salzburg. I showed you where the 911 call center was. That's where all the Clark County Police Departments, Fire Department, Ambulance Service all use. They got a central area for dispatching. Where you have it all in one area. That was Alexi that got into the video. I think she began to be a camera hound. I showed you that tree outside. Like I told that tree trimming service, there ain't no right of way. You might get 2 people that might give you permission. But since I own part of it, if it's private, but my paperwork says it's public. And I explained to that tree trimming crew that we own these poles. Back when they built these houses, back probably 40s, the landowners have to pay for the poles. They had to pay to run the wires to them. But we, the property owners, own these poles, but they maintain them. If they need to be replaced, they do. But, the way like I said, I'm not a lawyer. Eating some potato chips, which I know I ain't supposed to have it. I'm drinking. Lord have mercy. I've got the Lay's potato chip stacked sour cream and onion. So I gotta have something bunch on. I might go in there and get me 5 sausage links and put it in the microwave and warm it up. So I want you all to go for public safety. Subscribe to his channel. He does crap on corruption. The one where, if you look at the video, it came out last night. She had somebody named Rogue or something. Right now, he's in YouTube jail. I don't know what he's done. It must be something bad. That's how come I put viewer discretion advised. I get my ass jumped on because of that. You know, people say, you starting your YouTube channel up, make sure you put that on there. Especially if you're live streaming in your vehicle. Because you don't know, a wreck might happen in front of you. It might flip, throw the person out of, or you come up on a house fire. You know, that's why I do that. I know some people's taking up for me. God bless you. That's how come I tell you about my heart attacks. I'm trying to be honest with you all.
We have Jamie Wilkin back on the line. Requesting to speak to you.
And I try to keep everything PG, but when people piss me off, I get upset. Then my chest starts hurting. People who have heart attack and strokes, to me that's the same, but I'm not a doctor. That's only my opinion. But I start having chest pains. What do, I go in my pocket, get me a nitro pill. Because my heart doctor says I'm not supposed to get upset. You know, I tell people that, but you got some donkeys out there, put the polite term, that they try to upset you. Even, you know, like they want you to die. But karma's a bitch.
There is a white Cadillac parked in front of the cafeteria that's out of play.
So, you know, I try to explain everything to people. You know, I've told you why I talk about diabetes, about high blood pressure. You know, this is my story. I want to put it out there to you all, you know, and diabetes and stuff like that. Diabetes is nothing to mess with. I talk about Ozempic and the side effects I'm having of Ozempic. My taste buds, you know, like, you know, fast food restaurants, or I'm going to say Arby's. I love Arby's roast beef and cheddar with horseradish on it. You know, that white creamy stuff. I love it. That don't even taste right. I guess it was yesterday or the day before when I took my son to the Walmart in Scottsburg. He's worse than a damn woman. But you can't live out without a woman. People treat your mates, no matter if she, he, or man or woman. Treat them nice. You know, be good to them. Compromise. Don't argue. Because if you got kids, you see, your kid sees it. It drills into their head. That's how they supposed to act when they get a girlfriend. That's the wrong thing to teach your kids. No. Well, one of my medicines that My drugstore is out, but I checked it after a while. See, that's one I hate, by being on my cell phone. In the video, I showed you this laptop. I know it's expensive. I know at Walmart it's about $1,800. My son said you can go to eBay, but I don't trust eBay. I heard so many complaints over the years. Maybe eBay straightened that up. I don't know, but that's how come I tell you all go to Amazon. I told you exactly the model, the brand name, everything. You can do it. You can have a receipt. The tracking of it. When it gets to my post office box. They got a big box out in the lobby. Some people gets mad if you film inside the post office. So you can ship it out. They can go to my post office box. And it'll fit in the box they got out in the lobby. They got a bunch of them for a big package. A laptop box will fit in it, But if you put a gift card in there with your name and address on it, I can send a receipt back to you that you got it, that I got it, I guess for tax purposes. But I know some of you love to donate through YouTube. I explain it to you again. If you're new to Twitch or YouTube, if you don't believe me, you can look it up in your search engine. How many subscribers do I need on YouTube before I get paid? And it'll tell you everything. I'm being truthful to you. I gotta have 1,000 subscribers. And it says 4,000 watch hours. I got more watch hours than I do subscribers. So I'm not too far away from 100 subscribers. I say I've been on here a month. I want to say bless you all that has subscribed. And if I check that chat or mail or whatever, I usually click on your channel and I subscribe your channel. To help you out, because that's what God wants people to do. Helping people in need. Am I need some things? Yes. Like I said, Pepsi's not a sponsor. People say, why you do it? I explain to you, because there's people out there diabetic. You cannot have sugar. The reason I throw out Pepsi Zero, because I love Pepsi. And Pepsi, if you or somebody that works for Pepsi, here. Right now I'm down to 1,000 milligrams a day. I was on 2,000 milligrams a day. So I got plenty. I said, don't fill any of my mat for me until I request it. I'm getting tired of this crap. Some people dump their medicine down their toilet. They tell you not to do that. About in the country, can I dump it in my septic tank? If you know anything about septic tank, you got ladder lines. And some of that water, I guess, goes in your yard. I don't know. like I say, I'm a city boy, learned to be a country gentleman. I showed you my property. I showed you the creek. I showed you that tree that RMC said, no, it costs $1,200 to $1,500. But I showed you the power line. The wind comes out of the west. If it falls, it'll break the power line, it'll break the 2 poles and stuff like that. So I asked the guy, maybe they got different people in there about right-of-ways, this and that. The tree trimming people told me to call them. Well, when I go down there a week from tomorrow on the 2nd, give them some money on my electric bill, I said, who's in charge of trimming the trees, this and that? I heard you got new people that does it now about right-of-ways and stuff. You know, so I'm going to ask you again about, people I've talked to the last couple of years act like I'm a dumb idiot. I could say I'm dumb in some things, I'm smart in some things. But why would a tree trimming service out in the country, I mean, not my country, but other roads, like along Highway 31, they cut back 15 to 20 feet on Brownstown Road to go to that retreat. They cut 15 to 20 feet. But my tree was in 15 feet, a little bit more than 10 feet. They came out when I first bought this house over 5 years ago, came out, and a tree timber service was going to cut it all the way down to the ground. It would have been cheaper back there then. But you all know, if you work for an electric company, like RMC, when they replaced the pole, they come out every so many years and dig down, see if the pole's rotten. They had, when they replaced my neighbor's pole, they had 4 or 5 crews. That's well over $2,000. They replaced the pole, they replaced the transformer, this and that. And run some new lines to the pole out there on the main road. What would, I'm asking you people that's out there that maybe work for an electric company. You probably know what I'm talking about. RMC is in Clark County, Indiana. I think maybe they got one in Jackson County, I guess. I don't know. They got them throughout Indiana, and the other part is at Duke Energy and whoever else. Wouldn't that be cheaper just to cut the SOB tree down? Wouldn't that be cheaper than sending a whole crew out there and putting new power lines up, maybe putting 2 poles up? Wouldn't that be cheaper? People on YouTube and Twitch, am I that dumb to say it'd be cheaper if they cut the tree down? I don't think so. Them electric companies, they make good money. So wouldn't it be cheaper for them to cut it down? See, that tree trimming service have to ask permission before they do any work on this road. It's by the county standards, it says it's private, but it's never been vacated. In over 40 years, I can't find nothing at the courthouse showing it has been vacated. The paperwork I got from the county highway garage says they still own it. You know, now it's DNR to replace that pipe, which the creek falls under DNR, Fish and Wildlife, whatever you want to call it. So if that makes any sense. And another thing, I know there's probably lawyers, you know lawyers. I showed you that creek. I've talked to the people who used to own this property. There was no creek there until they built I-65. The state of Indiana put it in. Wouldn't they be responsible for that creek and the flood? Like I say, just a little bit of rain we got's nothing. I had, like you say, a little swimming pool, you could say. That's not a flood, but I will show you where I walked in the west side of my property. That's like a pond. Back where I was walking back there with, I'll show you that little concrete block. It floods. The creek floods. You know, I'm asking the state of Indiana to fix their damn problems. You know, keep that creek clean out. Keep the ditch line clean out like they used to do in the 60s and 70s. See, people, you see the damn problems I'm running in. You know, I've asked the state, and they said that's my problem. I said, how's that my problem? You all put the damn creek in before they built 65 to run your water off. And it flooding my property. You know, maybe I don't talk to the right people at the state level in Indiana. Maybe I need to talk to, engineers or whatever. I don't know, maybe they can put pressure. But since President Trump's not in office, I can't ask him. I told you why I voted for him. Yeah, I'm a Democrat. I don't like what the Democrats are doing. I want to thank you two for the First Amendment rights and being kind of like the ones in news media. You know, to me, some of the things I talk about is news. And, you know, I want to thank the person that mentioned that Lavender scent. And if the person that sent something on the candle is CIC something thing, where would I have to go? Would I go like the Walmart flower shop, or would I have to go where you saw when I was in Jeff the other day? Would Walnut Ridge have something like that? You know, I just don't, I don't know. That's how come I'm asking your help where to go. Or you can send that candle to my post office box. It might be a little too big to fit in my post office box, but they got a bigger box. So I might show you that box Friday. I guess it's tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow's Friday. So, but I gotta clean that. I guess you call it a humidifier. You know, they got things you can put in it. Next time I go to Walmart, it probably won't be until next, I guess it'd be Friday next week, since that's the 2nd, because the 3rd's on Saturday. So,
District 39, Court with 2 female J3, knowledge 127-949.
So, I want to thank all you people who prescribes. I talked to a person who had diabetes. You know, that's what I'm there for, because if you got diabetes, we all help each other out. We try to educate you on diabetes. Like I said, we are not doctors. The guy and me talked last night. We talked about densify advisory for where I'm at. I showed you out in the back 40, which I'm thinking maybe 20 to 40 acres. I would love that, but then I would have to have a Kubota tractor with a bucket, backhoe, stuff like that, and maybe a fishing mower, a bush hog, I don't know. Because he used that for straw back here. You know, but Kubota's not a sponsor. I don't have many of that subscribers. I'm not getting paid by Kubota. And you got what they call a quick connect for the bucket, where you got 2 handles. You pull them up, you can quick connect from the bucket. You see some little tiny tree limbs. That's not bad. You know, but, you know, when your doctor says you can't do this or that, you got to listen to your doctor. They're there to help you live a long, good life. I got a hernia, which I had that for over 8 years, but I know my limitations. I know people, 44-pound bag of cat food is too much for me to do. I can rupture my hernia. I tell you, it'll take the New Chapel ambulance 15 to 20 minutes to get here. You know what can happen? We got a fire department, first responders. But since my road is not on Google, but I make sure I put it on my map where it is, on stuff like that. One day I was having pain and the dumbass ambulance service couldn't find it. So I had to tell them exactly where I was at, because it's not on a Google map. I guess all states and counties and cities that way. They don't have it on the Google map, or dumbass Google don't care about them roads that got names to let people know.
We're going to need one more for the horse scenario.
So, I'm not going to be on here for 2 hours. I'm waiting on a phone call. I figure it'd be a week before I hear anything from that hospital, because they got to get the okay for my Medicaid that I got, which I got the same insurance as my son. He done been twice less than a year to stick that tube down there to take pictures. But I look at some of the pictures, and he got problems with his throat. But mine closes, and I can't breathe. I can't catch my breath. So I guess they need to go in there and split it open. Then I'm on a kind of like a liquid diet for maybe a week. I don't know. I'm just going by what my neighbor talked about because he had it done, I guess, a little bit over a year ago. So, people fusses, people read the comments. I tell you, but I don't say who they are. I could somehow kick them out of my YouTube channel, but like I say, God will get you for those bad comments. I tell you about my heart problems. You know anybody had heart attacks, you're not supposed to get upset. So if people go back and look at my comments on YouTube and I die, it's because of you could be charged with murder or manslaughter because I've told you about my heart problems. You got some dumb people out there that don't give a crap. And I showed you my house. Would that be classified as a tiny house? It's around 600 and something square feet. I wish it had a basement underneath there, but I'm not a millionaire to have it done. You would have to raise your house up and block it. Then you got to take like that bobcat or something like that and dig it out from underneath it. And you got to put your new septic tank lines in. And you got to really fix it up where the basement don't leak. I'd rather have my hot water heater in the basement. Because your heat in your basement will keep it warm. Like when I turn my hot water on in the bathroom, it only takes 30 seconds to a minute before it gets hot. Because the hot water heater's right across from the bathroom. And the kitchen sink, probably 15 feet or so away from the hot water heater. So it takes all that cold water out before it gets to the hot water side of the faucet. People said, how about a tankless hot water heater? It's good. But remember, I live out in the country. I don't have gas. I can't afford to get an LP tank to do it. I think they make electric hot water tanks. So, I'm making a story about my life. In case the grandkids and anything wants to know what Grandpa looks like. What medical conditions do I have? That's what I'm trying to put out there. If I pass away, how are they going to know what the family history is? I tell them I was adopted. I tell them what I know about my dad's side of the family. I outlive everybody on my real dad's side of the family. They died between 62 and 65 of heart attacks. They had high blood pressure. I don't remember my real mom talking about diabetes. But I got diabetes from somewhere. Okay, people have been, it's veterans back in the 60s during the Vietnam War. Those shots we got back there, I know the 70s they use air guns, because that's how I got mine, with those air guns. So could those shots, which you know it, you probably keep up to date since you probably retired or you serve your time. Could those shots that we get while we're in the military in boot camp, could it cause some of my medical problems? And you people see on the news about Camp Lejeune, the bad water. Okay, when I was a kid, Mom, Dad, and my sister and me, we went to visit my brother at Camp Lejeune. I believe it was a Howard Johnson that might have been on base, I think. I know the highway was in the single digits. I don't know if it's Highway 5, 7. I remember the single digits. I remember it was a Howard Johnson, because Dad loved to stay in Howard Johnson back there then. You know, I drank some of that water, had ice, and took baths, washed your face, and all that. Could that have been some of my medical problems? But when you see it advertised on TV, they don't tell you everything. You got to call the 800 number to find out. But, man, you know, put it on your TV ads. You know, could that be cause me to have high blood pressure? Would that cause me to have sugar diabetes? I just don't know, you know. Will it cause me to have a few mental problems back in my younger days? I just don't know, and I don't want to call them, because after this lawyer, Isaac / the hammer fucked me. They fucked me real good. They put the shaft to me. Sorry about that, people. That's how come I put viewer discretion advised. It might not meet your standards. So, that's how come I did get carried away. And if you work for a Pepsi company, you could tell your boss, said, Mr. Supervisor or Miss Supervisor, I got this guy on YouTube. They give him my name at 4375. Says he's advertising, Pepsi Zero Sugar because he got diabetes. Any way we can help him out. See, he used to drink 125 Pepsis a month until his sugar doctor got complaining, you just came out with the Pepsi Zero Sugar. It was hard to find it. I had to go to Twitter, put it on there. I've sent you emails to it. And finally the stores had put in more Zero Pepsi sugar. When I went to the Walmart in Scottsburg, Indiana on the 1st of January, I could not find any Pepsi Zero in cans, 2 liters. All they had was the 16-ounce bottles. I got the last 2 they had. Would people buy that for the New Year's party? I don't think they would. Somebody's slacking off at Pepsi and not doing the job. I don't know if it's Pepsi or is it Walmart? I don't know how they do it. So I guess when you buy a soft drink, it goes into the computer. And maybe that's how they order. I don't know how they do it. And the closest, I told you about the general dollar store, 32 Leota Road in part of Scottsburg. That's the closest little store close to me. I do see some Pepsi. They didn't leave no voicemail. You see my sensor there from Freestyle Liber 2 sensor. And the guy I talked to last night had problems at it falling off. I said, well, if you're hairy like I am, first you have to use either shaving cream or soap and shave it. Dry it off. And one thing that don't come in Freestyle Liber is alcohol swabs. They tell you to use it, but there's none in there to use. Did they forget to put that in their Freestyle Liber too? I don't know. I had to go outside of my budget and buy a box of it where I can use it. But I explained to him, make sure your arm is all shaved. And use that alcohol swabs. And swab your arm, let it dry real good. I explained to him how I do it, let me put my, that gray thing that the sensor's in. I said, you push it down, push it in, hold it there for about a minute. That means that strip will get a good contact with it. I said, you can go to your drugstore. They got when you're in the hospital, they got that brown tape. They make a thing like it, it'll go over your sensor. It's in a circle type dimension. And you can use that, it'll make it really stick. So I told him about it. I'm glad I can help somebody. That's what I like to do is help people. And I know you all people likes to donate through YouTube. I explained to y'all, but I'll explain it again in case you're new to my channel. I need 1,000 subscribers. I need 4,000 watch hours before I get paid from YouTube. I'm sorry, people, to ask you for donations, even for gas money. If you're an animal lover, I got cats. They eat cat food. And I told you where I get my cat food from Tractor's Flight. It's a 44-pound bag. It's around $29. Indiana got sales tax of 7%. Right now I'm at 100 pounds of cat food. Let's see. I'm over 100 pounds of cat food. But since I got Meow Mix, I got a 30-pound bag, so that puts me over 100 pounds. They love Meow Mix, but I usually put in, like those fast food large cup that you get at those fast food places. I usually put 2 cups of that in. That usually lasts them all day and up until the night. Like I put 2 cups in it. It's all gone. They love it so. But I won't get my cat food from Tractor's Flight until the 2nd of next month. We got what they call, I guess, PetSmart. There's one in Jeff and Clarksville. If you got a PetSmart, you can send me a gift card, put a letter in it, and tell me how much it is or what to use it for. You know, a cat eats better than me. I'm kind of on like a diet. You know, but if you live out in the country, you need outside cats to keep your mice down. You know how small them animals are. If they can find a hole in your house somewhere, they're going to get in it. I lost my best mouse catcher. You heard me talking about Patty. She was a calico cat. That was John Wayne and Tiger's sister. And she was the best mouse catcher. I'd be laying in bed, she would catch it and let me know. I don't know why kitty cats got to show you what they catch. I felt little claws climbing on my back. I rolled over and said, Patty, get that blankety blank crap off of my bed. You know, she was a good mouse catcher. Timothy McGee, I don't know. He's a funny cat. Every kitty, you know, if you got cats or dogs, each one of them got a different, they all act different. They don't act the same. Timothy McGee, if I went out to the bathroom, he'd be sitting on the bathroom sink or in the bathtub. But 9 chances out of 10, he'd be sitting on the bathroom sink. People said, can you use one of those climbing posts? You know, I guess they got a little house on top of it where they can go in. Yeah, but I don't think you can ship it to a post office box. But a PetSmart, I think they got them there, I guess. I don't know. I don't go in there. When I saw the price online, what the cat food was, you know, I'm trying to find the biggest bag of cat food I could buy. It's cheaper and Tractor Supply. I went to Rural King. Those is 40-pound bags, so that's 88-pound bag for both bags instead of 88-pound bags. Because Tractor Supply is $29, while Rural King's about $26, but I get less cat food. So I need 44 pounds of bigger. I don't think they make 50-pound bags. I know dog food, they got over 40 to 50-pound bags, but why do these people discriminate against cats? Will my cats eat dog food? I don't know. But I like to have a hamburger, but while we was at Walmart, that time I asked my son, he going to get any groceries over there? Well, since we're going to go out to the post office tomorrow, my drugstore and JC store, which is his drugstore, I get me maybe a pound or something of hamburgers. I like to make my hamburger with A1 sauce, you know. Oh, that tastes so good. If you never tried it, you can do that or A1 sauce, or Worcestershire sauce. But I like A1 sauce. To me, but I don't eat it on bread, because like I said, I used to go to 2 loaves of bread a week. Now I'm down to 0 bread. When I take my son to get some pizza, I get 1 slice of pizza. If he gets 3 boxes, I only get one slice of pizza. Because since I lost, like I say, I'm sorry about showing I lost a whole lot of weight. Can you figure what my belly looked like at 250 pounds? And you can look at my face, what 250. Look, I lost a lot in my face. You can see my skin hanging down. That's what happens when you lose weight. And some people making fun of it, but oh well. God was punishing. Karma's a bitch. YouTube said respect. That's not showing respect for me or anybody on YouTube. I want to thank the people for taking up for me. God bless you. God will reward you. I said you was raised right by your parents. So, like I say, if you want to donate, Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. By putting Tom Cartwright, 4375, I know that either came from YouTube or Twitch. People said you can get more subscribers if you use Facebook. I would never download Facebook on anything I own. They discriminate against you. They violate your First Amendment. They do all this crap. After a court ruling and being in front of Congress, they told them, you can't not allow all the people on it. It has to be all, or you shut your Facebook page down. So that is illegal. You heard me explain it to you, But I watched them on TV where they was in front of Congress. So, that's only my opinion. But, you say something about a Democrat. They put you in Facebook jail. Like my friend, he shared something from the local media. He got in Facebook jail for 48 hours. It's a news media. So what's that tell you about Facebook? Until you all stand up for your rights on First Amendment and allow everybody on Facebook. I don't care what they done. That's how come to me they should have 2 Facebook pages, one for kids and one for adults. I know Grandma is an adult. How would they do that? So that's what I'm asking. I would love to put Facebook until they allow everybody on here, no matter what crime you committed. I know that's my freedom of speech, but you might disagree, but everybody has the right to be on a media platform. But you can watch what they post, hate groups, or people convicted of certain crimes. You can monitor that, like women and men who like little boys and girls. I know that's not right, but they can monitor that closely and watch for crap like that. You know, that's only my opinion. I'll probably get crap over it. That's your right, but you be polite on my YouTube channel. So, you know, that's my opinion. I'll probably go in there, take one of them Hot Pockets out. I think, what's it, Philadelphia and ham or roast beef. So, you know what I'm talking about. So, hit the subscribe bell. Hit it again. People say, well, other people just tell you hit it once. Well, hit it the second time where you get all notifications. Then you know what I'm talking about. Hit the thumbs up. Tell your friends. Some of them might want to be a first-time home buyer. And I explain the steps that I went through. It might be different now. And for USDA, you have to take a first home buyer course. You can do it online, but it'll cost you money. And you got to make a 60 or 65 in grades, in your grades. If you can find somewhere it's local, maybe like here in Indiana, it used to be Community Action. Then that group, I guess it took it over, is OVO. It helps pay on your electric bill, stuff like that, gas bill. You might want to ask people like that. You know, it's a drawn out process. And ask your real estate agent, you know, you need to use it. You need what they call a title deed or title insurance. You know, you pay a one-time fee. If you move, you take it with you. And if the people you sold the house to says this or that, by having this title insurance, you don't have to pay for your lawyer. That's something. Also, maybe you're not a first-time home buyer, or maybe you are, or a second-time home buyer. Inspections is important. Well, that's how come I tell you to go to Mike Holmes on YouTube. They have inspectors come in and don't know the butt from the hole in the ground. So that's how come I explain everything to you. And the questions to ask your home inspector. Are they licensed? Say if a building contractor, are they licensed to build homes and commercial in the state you're in? That's a very important question. Are there a licensed plumber in your state? That's a very important question. Are there a licensed plumber? That's an important question in your state. Are there a licensed, what's it, HAVC, you know, air conditioned and furnace person, you know? That's the questions you need. You know, you need to ask those questions. You might have to have an inspector for each one of them. You know, that's the questions you need to ask. And if you go up in the attic, go up there in the attic and see how much insulation. See if you have any mildew or anything, if any mice been up there in the attic, If you can get up there, go up there with the person. And if you're not afraid of small spaces, go in your crawl space and look at stuff. Take pictures. My home inspector is qualified for most of them, but he did have license in the state of Indiana. So that's something, it'll help you out. If you're first-time home buyers or maybe second time buyers. That's how come I tell you go to Mike Holmes' YouTube channel. If you type in Mike Holmes, it'll pop up. He got all the right equipment. He got infrared where he can see if cold air is coming in or hot air going out. He can see all that. He looks at the paint. So, he looks at your plumbing. He has a little camera he can stick down your drain pipes. You got to make sure that the building inspector got the right things. That's how come I tell you about Mike Holmes' YouTube channel, which I don't sponsor, but I have learned quite a bit about home inspectors. That way the questions to ask. Your real estate agent, they usually recommend a home inspector. So I told you the questions to ask. That is a question to ask your real estate agent. Is that inspector licensed for this and that? That's the questions you need. I don't want you all people take advantage of. So that's something I'm letting you know. Just be careful. Guys and girls on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, they ask to see a picture of you. Don't. It's a scam. They take pictures of you and they start their own profile. So, guys, girls ask for pictures. You might end up on some website that the cops will come knocking on your door. And the same thing for women. You don't know if that's the guy that you're sending that picture to. So be careful. I told you all about dash cams. And I told you the laptop I need. I done a video of it, what I told I need to live stream Prison Live Studio. I'm not a gaming person. There's some games I would love to play on a computer if I can afford it. You got like a steering wheel, the gear shift, and all that, like you're driving an 18-wheeler. So, I'm not into that. If I can't play it on a regular computer, I don't play it. Because when I try to go live on Prison on my laptop, everything audio repeats itself, it lags, and it pops up HDR not compatible. But if you look at that YouTube video about the laptop, that's what everybody recommends for me to look live stream on prison. You know, if I was to die, my son could sell it and get a little money back. You know, that's something to think about. So I showed you my outside. I shared more about my life. Please be respectful of people's YouTube channels. Saying I look like a poo-poo bear or I got a mask on. That's disrespectful. See, you can see my chin right here. That's what happens when you lose weight, especially over 65 pounds. Yeah, I showed you. Look at it. See how much skin is hanging down? That's how much fat I lost. If it tells you, don't make fun of people's bodies or how they work. Everybody out there is beautiful. Women and men. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Women, if you're on the chubby side, there's some man out there for you. I had a few chubby ones. But the bad part about that, they had watermelons watermelons. All they did is complain their back hurts, their back hurts, their back hurts. They either had to soak in the tub or you rub their back. They said, what kind of women you like up there? I said, either eggs, golf balls, or tennis balls, or tangerines, That way the back won't hurt, and that way there won't be no fight, about complaining. But, I don't have the money to send for you. You gotta have a car. You gotta have a job. So, I'm not gonna be anybody's sugar daddy. I got enough problems with what I got coming in. I've told you I got $800 to $900 coming in a month. I said $800 to $900. It's hell to live off of a budget. I'm being honest with you. People that live on fixed income. You know what they're going through. So, since I don't get paid from YouTube, I tell you to send, post office money order. You put a note and say, Tom, this is for your gasoline in your car. That's what I use it for. I don't have a savings account. My son told me, said, Dad, it costs $100 to open a bank account. So I could do that, but the paperwork I got from my lawyer and all this, when the insurance company sends them 4 days, you know how it is. You probably been through the check. Then I have to put that in the bank until it clears. But I tell you exactly how much I'm getting. I have to pay my own. Why didn't the lawyer sue the woman for my medical bills? Well, I got insurance where they pay the first $5,000. To me, I shouldn't have to pay it back. But I guess, the insurance, they're paying that back. I don't agree with them. If you got Medicaid, Medicare, and all that, you know what happens. You have to pay them some of the guns back. And the lawyer gets 40%. So I get $1,000. That ain't going to do crap. The lawyer guarantee me $100,000. But I screwed up because it wasn't in writing. I took him at the word. Make sure, people, you get it in writing. Get everything in writing. Record everything, Don't get screwed like I did from the Isaac and American Family Insurance. I got screwed. They know I'm still going to the doctor. So where in the hell is my future medical bills? See, I got screwed out of that, so I figure it'd be probably about the second week of February. I got that paperwork on, Monday. I took it down. They got it Tuesday. And I guess they either have to mail it to their office, which it takes 7 to 20 days by the Pony Express, where it used to take anywhere from 2 to 3 days, even go from California to here. But now it takes better than 20 days. 20 miles away, say Louisville, Kentucky, to where I live, it takes 7 to 14 days when it used to take 24 hours. Post office does not need a damn pay rate. To me, they need a pay cut. They do less work, on doing the mail. I explained to you in some of the videos why we used to get it the next day. Any mail you send out from this area goes to the Louisville main post office. I guess they use machines to zip it through instead of using people. Now you know why it takes so damn long to get your bills. When you get your bills and you send it back, it takes 7 to 14 days to get back where it's going. So that means, I got another subscriber. Thank you there, William. Because I got a thing on my screen pop down. So if you got a YouTube channel, I will subscribe to your channel. That's how I was raised. If people treat you right, you treat them good, with respect. That's how I want to be, respect. I give my shirt off of my back to you. If I'm able to do anything, I would do that. That's how I was raised. So I'm going to get off of here. I've been on here an hour and 50 minutes. I explained to you why I don't get paid from YouTube. I know you rather donate through YouTube. But that's how come I got Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana. I tell you why about a post office money order. Because no bank or post office will refuse to cash it. And if you send a cashier's check or a money order, put in it what it's for. Say, Tom, that's for your gasoline. We could do more live streaming. I like to do live streaming down there in Jezebel to show you down around the river and show you where one place I love to go in the summertime when it's not flooded. You know, I like to show you that. I can show you, like, Utica, where the ex-sheriff stole money from, since he was a fire chief. There's somebody from Instagram following me, which I put on Instagram. If you want to know anything about me, I told them where to go on YouTube. You know, and I've told you people about the computer that I need a live stream with Prison Live Studio. I've done a video. That's what people who recommend that I need. I talk to few people that lives in my area that works on computers at buildings. They said that's the one I need. I know it costs more, but if you're a member of Amazon and you ain't a Prime, you know, that's the computer I need. You can put a gift card in it. Tell me it's from you with your address. I send you a thing back that I received your computer on so-and-so day. Thank you for the donation. That way, that'd be a text receipt. I don't know how YouTube does it, but that's what I was told to do. So, but, you know, if you send it to my post office box, I will use that for my address. So, I want to thank you. I'm getting hungry. Might go in there and fix one of them Hot Pockets Philadelphia thing, or it got roast beef or something like it. So I want to thank you. God rewards the people. Be polite on anybody YouTube channel. Some of them will not allow you to do politics. I talk bad words. No sexual harassment when women get in here. You know YouTube rules. They might put you on probation, but you've been warned many a times for I will bar you from my YouTube channel because you had second and third chances on other people's YouTube channels. So be respecter. No negative comments. I know I look like I got a mask on. Some of you don't like my hairy chest. But when I'm in bed, I feel like, you know, maybe, I can't remember, maybe it's a man who's jealous because he ain't got hair, but I tell you, there's a bunch of women that love this hair. You know, I don't have hair up there because I like to keep it short because it saves your money on shampoo. So you see what I'm trying to do, trying to save money. There's a thing on TV about USA Insulation, where I guess they drill holes in the wall and put that spray. But I can't afford that, and that's out of Louisville, Kentucky. But I'm watching METV, that's Gunsmoke. I forget what I watch on 41, since today is Thursday. I Dream of Jeannie. Chicago PD. I watched so much I Dream of Jeannie. Why couldn't I find somebody like it in a bottle? Man, I'd be so happy, so I want to thank you, and I do need that computer. You see, since I'm using that to live stream, that was spam. Maybe I'll take pictures of something on my cell phone. But no, a laptop will not go in my car, if you know. And I've showed you my scanner. I'm going to turn it to the front. See, there is my scanner. That's what let's see if I can figure out what it is. See? It's a Unidan SDS 200. That's what you call a P25 800 digital scanner. I got the DMR in it. I got the state of Indiana and the county of Clark in it. I got the other thing, which you have to look, it's NXDA or something, with all three of them together, it was $1,000. At least I had one stimulus check to cover it. They do make a HT you can hold in your hand. That's what I would want, where I can carry it in my coat pocket. I can, do live streams without losing $1,000. I know California, you can have a scanner. But Indiana, John Doe can't have one unless you're a police officer, a fireman, a ham radio operator, and news media. I guess since I'm a live streamer and bringing you news stories, maybe that be the catch-22. But is that worth losing $1,000? Then you have to hire an attorney, which I cannot afford. So is that worth me losing $1,000 scanner to bring your live stream like they do in Bakersfield? Like RD on the Scene, Kern County Crime Watcher, Bravo Media. I love those three. And I watch A1 Media. He's using a cell phone, just like me, to live stream. And the white T-shirt media in Bakersfield. There's a couple more I won't mention because, they get upset over things. I might watch it every once in a while. One person said, we were sent here by so-and-so. Oh, they get peed off. Said, don't come on there promoting somebody's YouTube channel. Is that to me, that's a bad attitude. That's a bad attitude. When you tell people like that, you think they're going to come back to your YouTube channel? They might unsubscribe to your channel. You wonder why? If I tell somebody to go to RD on the Scene or A1 Media, I said, tell them Tom Cartwright 4375 told us to come to your channel. He would appreciate it. RD on the Scene would do it, That gets him more subscribers. you just do it one time. I don't have to promote RD on the scene, but I love his videos. And Kern County is his family. Him, Roger, his daughter, and Adrian, which is Roger's son-in-law. That's on Tuesdays and Fridays, I think. If you like to watch Pursuits, House Fire, Bad Wrecks, they bring it to you live. You could say they the news media of Bakersfield, California, because you don't see the news media chase the crap like that around. So I'm letting you know about stuff like that. And like last night, I watched Bravo Media. They're the Pursuit. And they hadn't been in the right place. And it was a white vehicle pulled out in front of them. I guess Bakersfield Police Department, which, I love the California black and white. I love that color ever since Adam 12 comes out. I think that's to be a standard for all police departments in the United States, but that's only my opinion. I think all police cars should have red and blue lights. Because some states got red, some got blue. People that's out of state that don't know that, they get confused. So I would say recommend that all 50 states have red and blue lights where it wouldn't confuse them. So I want to thank you. Please donate to help me out, because it costs me $20 more a month to live stream when I'm out in the car, because I have to update my data plan to bring you stuff. I know some people get pissed off because I got viewer description. If I'm live streaming, I guess they don't understand live streaming. And there's a wreck in front of you. The car flips upside down, or people throwing out right in front of you. Or wouldn't you like to know about that in advance where you prepare, I get negative comments like it. They don't like it. I want to thank you people to take up, but they know the rules of YouTube. That's a negative comment in my book. If you make a negative comment like that again, I kick your butt off of my YouTube channel. It's not nice to make fun of people, how they look. I guess maybe you was bullied when you was in school. Don't make fun of people. I know I've talked funny, but I don't have my teeth in. So don't make fun of people. God will punish you for the way you treat people. Take my word. It will happen. So please make your donations, which tomorrow I'll be going to my post office box. I'll let you know when I go live streaming that night. So God bless you. Thanks for any donations that you might make to my post office box, which I won't know until tomorrow. Like I say, it depends where you're at. It takes 7 to 14 days, and sometimes 20 days. So God bless you. Thank you very much. God is watching over you. God will reward you. So be nice to people.